how are you? My name is Teacher Mary, and today we are going to write a letter. Letter writing is tested under functional writing, basically in paper 1. So the format that you're going to learn today is what we call the block format. The block format. So very quickly, we are going to look at what makes a letter. What makes a letter? What must a letter always have? One thing, it must have the address. It must have the address, okay? Both the receiver's address and the recipient's address, and also the sender. Then the second thing, it must have the date. It must have the date. So you have the address, 2 addresses, the sender and the receiver, the person sending and the person receiving. Then we have the date, okay? Then the third one, we have the salutation. We have salutation. Salutation. We have salutation or the greetings. The part that you say, dear sir, stroke, madam. So after the salutation, we also have the subject, or what we like calling heading, or the reference. So we have the subject. We have the subject. We have the subject. The fifth one, we have the body. We have the body. Okay, we have the body. This is where we write the paragraphs. Remember, a letter shouldn't be so long. So if you write 3 to 4 paragraphs, that is still very much okay. Okay, then the sixth thing that we have is the signing off. The signing off. Okay, so very quickly let us go through what makes a letter. Any letter, regardless whether we are using the block format or the indented format. So 1, we have the address. These are 2 addresses. One that is being the person that is receiving, and yours, the person that is sending, okay, the sender. Then 2, we have the date. Okay, 3, we have the salutation where we write dear sir, stroke, madam. 4, we have the subject or the heading. Then the 5th one, you have the body. Body, this is where we write our paragraphs. Then the 6th and the last, we have the complimentary and the signing off. So dear learner, I want us to do this practically. How will we write a letter, an official letter? And we're following the block format. So pause the video and get ready with a pen and a paper. Let us do this practically. The first thing that we said that a letter must have is the address, the 2 addresses, the recipient's and the sender's address. Okay, so we will use this we'll use a question and we will use it to guide us how we will write. So the practice 1 is, assume that you have completed your secondary school education, sat the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination and passed. Write to a manufacturing company inquiring about job opportunities that are available. Okay, we can use that one or just any other. So the first thing that you need to do, you write your address. And for a block format, why something so special about block format, assume that this is the margin. Assume that this is the margin. Okay, a normal paper has a margin. I'll use this as an example, so I'm not sure if it's clear, but just assume this. Okay, so this is the margin, and inside it we have ruled. It's ruled like that. Okay, we have lines that goes all the way down, down, continuous, down up to the last one. Okay, so assume that this is your paper and you want to write your address. So the first address that you're going to write is yours, the person that is sending, and usually you write it on the farthest left. So we write your address. Your address is the first address, and usually you write it on the farthest left. farthest left. So this is your left, this one is your left. You start, okay? So you don't really have to write your name, but if you want to write it, that's still very much okay. You can also go by the name of your institution. So let's assume the name of my institution is Abwan Academies, okay? So Abwan Academy, P.O. Box 2430, Nairobi. Okay, then you put a full stop. You skip a line and write the date. Ensure that you've written the date in full. So let's assume that today is 24th July, 2022. Kindly note how I am writing the date. The date is written in full and a comma follows after the month. Okay? So no punctuation here, no commas, no full stop, because this is just the block format. The only thing that you're allowed to punctuate is the name of the city and the date. Okay, this is not necessary, but if you want to, that's still very much okay. Then skip a line, one more time, skip a line, and now write the recipient's address. Who is the person or which is the institution that is receiving this letter? So let's assume that you're writing to YouTube channel, so something of the sort. Okay, so YouTube Technologies, their address, P.O. Box 617, okay, Mombasa. Full stop. Okay, so this is your address, the date, recipient's address. Okay, then you skip a line again. Now you go to the salutation. You remember the dear sir stroke madam? That is what you'll do. You'll write dear sir stroke madam. Okay, you can use either a comma or a full colon, but don't use both. Either use comma or a full colon. Okay, so let's pause. Just let's pause and allow yourself to go through this and understand. So after the salutation, that was the fourth one, okay? So the fourth one was the salutation. So the fifth thing is the heading or the subject or the reference. So let's still draw our margin, though I will not underline or I will not rule. I'll not put the ruled lines, but you already know what's going on. So this is our margin. The fifth thing that you write is the subject, okay, or the reference. So you write R-E, a full colon. Remember, it has to be in capital letters. R-E, a full colon. Then your subject or your heading can be request for accommodation. Request, okay, let's say scholarship. Request for okay, scholarship. Okay, request for scholarship. Please ensure that you've underlined it. Make sure it's underlined and it's written in capital letters. Underline, make sure it's written in capital letters. So here is the trick where we come. So this is the fifth point. The sixth one is the body. So dear learner, you will not skip a line, you will not leave any space from the margin. Rather, you will start writing straight away from, at the margin. That is where you will start your body. So you can write, I wish to apply right here. I wish to, then you go on. You can continue, okay? Then skip a line, you'll skip a line, go to the next paragraph. Skip a line, go to the next paragraph. You write, continue writing, then skip another line, go to the third paragraph in that order. Right from the margin, skip a line when you're transitioning to the next paragraph. Okay? Then the last part, the seventh part is the signing off. When you're using the block format and you've decided that everything is on the left, ensure that your signing off is also on the left. Do not write your signing off at the middle. Do not write it at the farthest right. Rather, write it on your left, farthest left. And since it's a block format, it must look like that block format. It must look like a block. So you start writing from the margin. Do not leave any space. The way you started here, the way you started up there, that is the same way you will end. So you sign off. Yours sincerely, comma, okay? Then the signing off. So you will write, you can either choose yours sincerely or yours faithfully. So we'll go with sincerely. Yours sincerely, comma, then sign off, put a signature, then your name, Mary Atina. Okay? You've seen that. So 7 points, 7 marking points for the format. From bottom to up, your address, the date, the address, the salutation, the reference or the heading, the body. You have to ensure that it follows the block format. Have you skipped a line as you're transitioning to the next paragraph? Have you done that? Have you written from the margin? Have you started writing right from the margin? Okay? Then the 7th marking point is the signing off. Have you signed off? Where have you written your signing off? Is it at the middle? Is it on the farthest left? Or is it where it's supposed to be? On your left? Okay? So after you've done that, be sure you already have 4 marks for format. 4 good marks for format. You already have that automatically. Okay, dear learner? So the rest will come at when you're looking at the grammar, how you've arranged your work, and have you answered the question that you're being asked to answer. So basically that is how you write a letter, and if you're looking at the block format, that is how you do it. So challenge yourself, and this is the challenge I'm giving you. Kindly write this down. Imagine you finished school some years ago and you got a job with Hekima Technical College. You feel that you'd like to go for further studies. Write a letter requesting for scholarship. Okay, so just challenge yourself, try it out, and remember, you can pause the video at any point to go back and ensure that you've gotten it right. I was your teacher, Miss Mary.